A historian called Christopher Haig, who, if you go on to study the Tudors at A-level, he talks about Elizabeth's reign being 30 years of illusion followed by 15 years of disillusion. That's his way of summing it up. So when you're doing your revision, you might think to yourself, okay, I know 5 things that happened in the 1560s, the 1570s, the 80s, the 90s, and I could sort of summarize that decade accordingly. So that might be something for you to have a go at when you're revising. You might decide the 1580s were a very dangerous decade, and that might trigger off things in your mind about the Jesuits, about missionary priests, about Mary Queen of Scots, about the bond of association. You know, you might then make connections and hooks in your mind, whatever works for you. But the work of the learning scientist is quite interesting. And if you have a look at these 6 ideas here of how to revise, top right-hand corner, we've tried to retrieve some information. So we've done some retrieval practice there already. The next one down, on middle right, looked at spaced practice. And I'm going to retest you again shortly on something. And the bottom right, dual coding, combining words and pictures. These are all things, and there's 6 there that you can look at and think about that might help you revise not just history, but anything that you're learning. But particularly, in this case, we're going to apply it to Elizabethan England. Now, the difficulty is, this is the sad reality, guys, nobody can do this for you. A fabulous book about teaching by a guy called Douglas P. Newton has this wonderful phrase, the mental connections, or the connections, where there are connections to be made, the mental effort has to be supplied by the learner. So you've just got to do it. We talked about retrieving information. I can give you these links as well, all within the slides, which your teachers will get. This is another great way of revising, where you can award points and make things a bit competitive for yourself if you want. So for example, here I'm going to put a ring round something. Can you recall 3 key dates from the first activity? So I'm going to stop now for 30 seconds, 10 seconds a date, and I want you to write down 3 key dates from the first activity.